Tourism Today.
Prime Minister Philip Davis attending a ceremony for the National Youth Guard. Our Corvell Pyfrom has the details straight ahead.
Plus, we were at a Catholic Founders Day assembly. Stay close for that.
Ray, for the red, white, and blue. Americans are voting for a new president. Tomorrow, will it be Trump or Harris? We'll just have to wait and see.
And coming up in sports, the Anglicans honoring Alpheus Hawk Finlayson with a track meet.
Tonight, Access Now starts now.
And good evening, everyone. I'm Marcellus Hall.
And I'm LaDawn Davis. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, Access Now.
Well, this time tomorrow, Americans will be close, actually, to choosing a new president.
Will it be Trump or Harris? It appears it will be a close one, Marcellus.
Yeah, I think it's going to be close as well. Let's continue to monitor it. Meanwhile, let's dive right into the news for tonight. The country's arsenal in the fight against climate change, natural disasters, and other national emergencies has been given some reinforcement. Now, more than a few good men and women have answered successfully. They've completed the call to serve. Corvell Pyfrom reports on the latest graduates of the National Youth Program.
29 men, 34 women make up the latest group of graduates of the National Youth Guard program.
Today is indeed a special milestone. For these 63 young men and women, the past few months have been filled with new experiences, exciting challenges that have stretched their mental and physical limits.
The third cohort to successfully complete the program launched just over a year ago. Their 10-week training included disaster preparedness to leadership to first aid. These recruits are now expected to be additional boots on the ground in times of disasters and national emergencies. The Prime Minister underscoring at the graduation ceremony the crucial role the Youth Guard is expected to play as we experience more drastic effects from climate change.
Disasters need not spell doom. With the right preparation and the right people, we can mitigate the damage caused by disasters.
The recruits, ages 18 to 25, with many hoping to go on to serve the country further, are grateful for the opportunity to be a part of this program.
I feel great, excited for a new journey.
What made me want to join this program is to help my country, and because I would like to be a Royal Bahamas Security Enforcer and be one step closer to my dream goal.
I just wanted to be a part of something more bigger than myself and wanted to give back to my community and my country.
The opportunity for these recruits to serve the country more, now a government commitment. This surprise announcement during the ceremony from National Security Minister Wayne Monroe.
The National Youth Guard will become a bridging requirement for recruitment to the Defense Force and the Police Force.
The initiative just announced is endorsed by me.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pyfrom.
Catholic schools across the nation celebrating Founders Day. The first Catholic school in the Bahamas, St. Francis, was opened back in 1889 on November 4th, marking 135 years today. St. Thomas More Principal Dr. Renee Mortimer, no stranger to the Catholic school system, says the event evolved tremendously over the years.
This is my 10th year as principal of St. Thomas More School. I've been in the educational system for 29 years, starting at St. Francis Joseph School, where I was a 5th grade teacher, then moving on to a vice principal of St. Cecilia School for 10 years, then moving on to St. Thomas More School as vice principal of Our Lady School before it closed down, moving back to St. Thomas More School as administrator. And in 2015, I became the principal of St. Thomas More School, taking over from Mrs. Ellen Daniels. So all of us are celebrating today. It's a wonderful day to celebrate. We're happy, we're excited, and it's going to be a wonderful day.
Well, former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris have less than 20 4 hours to convince the American populace to vote for them in as President of the United States of America. They are both hitting the trails, delivering last-minute messages at rallies in battleground states, Pennsylvania and North Carolina. Now, many American politicos have predicted a very tight race between Trump and Harris, which may not render a result on election night. Others feel that Harris will emerge victorious as the first female to ever hold the title of United States president. We've seen a lot during this campaign. A convicted person turns up as a candidate, a sitting president drops out of the race, the first black woman to be nominated as a major party candidate, and the list goes on. The world watches with much abated breath to see who is going to come out as a winner. And still to come, Cordero Seymour, all set to tell us about the return to the classics. We'll be right back with more Access Now. Stay close.
Angie, how can I get my claims paid quick? Rent's due next week.
CG processes 99% of claims within 5 days. Remember when I was hang gliding with those goats? I caught a gust of winter flu right into a moving car. Every appendage was in the cast, and they paid fast and fairly. That's what I get for trusting a man with a mustache and an eye patch. Now I gotta go. I'm meeting the guy who bedazzled my toes.
99% of claims are processed within 5 days. CG Atlantic Medical and Life. Good like that.
At Cartwright, our members know that there's a lot to smile about. They know that membership has its privileges. Guaranteed low pricing on every item, every time you shop. Each membership comes with 2 cards. That's one for you and a free card for a member of your household. Gold card holders earn an annual 2% rebate up to $500. Cartwright members get discounts at other participating businesses. So that's a lot to smile about. Whether it be clothing, appliances, home goods, or groceries, shop at Cartwright, where membership truly has its privileges.
We here at Candid Security offer a varied range of security services, including guard service. We do armored service, we do pre-employment investigation, background checks, also vet people for employment. A live business hosted PBX is extremely important to our operation. I don't have to be in my office. I can easily get connected with our clients, my vendors, my NASA office, and with our employees in the field, anytime, anywhere.
Hey, Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while dealing with my home and car insurance.
What? You know there's a newer way, right?
A new way?
Where have you been? Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage a claim.
Oh? By the way, it's not newer. It's N-U-A. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
Even the goblins and ghosts know who saves you the most. It's Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Distinction Evaporated Milk, 14 ounce, $1.19. Ginger Evans Flour, 5 pounds, $3.69. Iceberg Lettuce, $1.99 each. Boneless chuck roast or steak, $8.99 per pound. Crystal Falls Spring Water, 24-pack, 16.9 ounces, $7.99. Wrap up October with the scary good prices at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
And looking at a live shot of Margaritaville in the West Bay Street area, live shot there by our drone pilot, Destiny Reed. Let's take a trip down to Cat Island.
Family Island News is brought to you by Commonwealth Brewery Limited.
The Cat Island Business Outlook was recently held at the Aris Monker Resource Center and Library under the theme Future Cat Island Branding, the National Identity Planning for Success. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis, the keynote speaker, said technology is changing, and as it does, Bahamians can transform the classroom, workplace, and medical facilities on the Family Islands. The Prime Minister said emerging technologies have only strengthened the government's conviction that the Family Islands belong at the heart of our country's national development, creating a much more inclusive Bahamian economy. Marcellus?
Hey, all that talk about technology. Let's go back in time a bit to a time when afros, disco, and funk music reigned supreme. A time when Donna Summer, Bee Gees, and Ohio Players frequented Studio 54 in New York City. And we can't actually go back to that time, but a return to the classics is going to get us close tonight. Cordero Seymour, a.k.a. Afro Baby, here to tell us all about Return to the Classics. Welcome to Access Now.
How you doing, Marcellus? I know, but Afro baby, you know, I'm bald-headed, but you know, I can put the wig on during that time.
As I'm saying, I was looking at you, I'm like, well, I don't see no Afro. But to tell you what, really sounds interesting, though. Tell us what Return to the Classic is all about.
Basically, Return to the Classic is all about, you know, going back to 70s and 80s when I think that's the best time of music. When, you know, the old people say that's when the dance was nice. You know, you could go listen to music of love. It wasn't all of that rugga and all of the violent stuff in music, and, you know, so that's the time we're going to go back in time. We can't actually go back in time, but we're going to bring the time to the people now and try to see what we can do to give them, you know, the memories of the old times.
So in essence, it sounds like grown folk kind of stuff. Who's behind it?
Actually, you have Sound Investment, CEO Entertainment, Chocolate Juju, Bucky Brent, and Black Carpet Entertainment.
Yeah, so a lot of stuff going on there, a lot of features, it seems like, on this year's event. And what sort of fun can we expect?
You could expect, actually, we're going to have a retro bar, basically an old school bar with all the brands from back in the day. You're going to have all of that stuff. So we're going to try and really make it, you know, we up in the 24s, we're going to try and go back to the 70s, 60s, and 80s as much as possible. Even when you drink, probably try go back and just bring a little bit of flavor of all of those drinks back to this time for everybody to enjoy.
All right, well, the big question is, where's it going to be held, and where can you get tickets?
It's at Smuggler Square, downtown Nassau, November 30th. Tickets will be at the Beauty Barn. It'll also be at Lady of Caliber, and that's where the tickets will be located.
All right, well, Cordero, a.k.a. Afro Baby Seymour. Well, I tell you what, man, our time here is up. All the best to Return to Classics. Who knows what the crew from Access Now might just bust a move on the scene. You know, coming up tonight in sports, however, let's take a look at what's going on there as they get ready for track and field action. They had track and field action this past weekend. Anglican track and field meet. We'll give you details just ahead.
I've been a J.S. Johnson customer for over 15 years. This was the first and only insurance company I've ever been with since I was a teen. And the reason I stayed is because they treat everyone like family, like literally. They greet you from the door, walk you inside. You can have a nice little conversation. They treat you like family. I love it. I would definitely recommend J.S. Johnson to anybody. J.S. Johnson, that's where it's at.
Make your company representative stand out through an embroidery design on your uniforms from Janae's Uniform Center, Chesapeake Road. Janae's utilizes the latest state-of-the-art embroidery technology to monogram large and small quantities of shirts, caps, bags, and other articles. If you don't already have a digitized logo, Janae's can design and digitize your idea and bring it to life. Then install the logo of your choice from their large selections of 27 stock colors of golf shirts in cotton or dry fit, caps, or workwear. Call 394-8385 or 6 or visit www.janaes.com.
The Whopper with cheese never tasted so good. 100% flame grilled beef, now juicier. With fresh ingredients as usual. And even fluffier buns. The Whopper with cheese. Bigger, better, tastier. Get a regular combo for only $9. Only at Burger King Nassau.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at the service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you could be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk or catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one and the car say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
welcome to ZNS Total Sports Check Monday, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall. Well, this past weekend saw the Anglican Diocesan Track and Field meet wrapping up on Saturday over at the Thomas A. Robinson Track and Field Stadium. Amajal Knowles was there for the grand finale. He tells us more.
The old Thomas A. Robinson Stadium was buzzing with excitement over the weekend as it played host to the inaugural Alpheus Hawk Finlayson Anglican Diocese Track meet. Now, churches from the diocese out to try and claim some bragging rights, all in the name of some good, clean fun. We spoke with one of the organizers who had this to say.
This has been an exercise for the last, I want to say, 8 or 9 months, and trying to get it sorted, probably a little before that, as we were planning on figuring out who we were going to name it after, and overwhelmingly the council supported the idea that it should be named for Mr. Finlayson, and that because we were making the decision that every track meet following would be named for this person. In doing the research, he's one of the Bahamians who has supported not just track and field for the Anglican Diocese, but for the Bahamas itself. And so we thought it was only fitting that this meet be named for him. Outside of that, we also understand that a lot of our athletes have very few opportunities to get points towards their track career. So this is one of the few places where they're able to do that.
Now, while it may be a church meet, the competitive spirit was certainly still high.
First of all, we, the members of St. George's, are truly grateful to be here today. This track meet is named in honor of one of our members, the late Alpheus Hawk Finlayson. And so we are just proud to participate. And we have from our young members to our elder members participating today, and we're just excited to be a part of this great event. We believe that this is good camaraderie among our churches, our members, and we're just grateful to be here today.
Bragging rights is a big thing in this thing. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with who comes first, second, and third. It's who gets the most points. So I can sweep the 100, but you can sweep the 800. And it's all about having persons in each event so you can stop with the points. And it's not coming, as I say, first, but once you score.
And the unofficial results claiming the first place spot would be Holy Spirit Anglican Church with 837 points. And tack in with 817 would be Holy Trinity. And rounding out the top 3 would be St. Gregory's with 710 points. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Amajal Knowles.
And that's it. You look at sports for you on this Monday. Our Monday weather just ahead. Stay with us.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Before teens get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
What are we gonna do? We forgot your daddy's birthday. He's in Eleuthera and we're all the way in Nassau. You got it? Okay. Yes, you're right. Eleuthera for tomorrow? No problem.
Our company offers a simple philosophy, open hands. What do open hands mean? If you keep your hands closed, nothing comes in, nothing goes out. If you keep your hands open, a lot of things comes in, a lot of things goes out. We cannot expect to be a successful company without blessing our community and blessing our country.
My good friend and valued client, Dominic Stirrup, approached me following a meeting we had and told me of the idea that he had of feeding 10,000 Bahamians on Thanksgiving.
There was a lot of details to put together, had to figure out how to get it done. But at the end, it was worth it. At the end, it gave me a heart of gratitude to know that our company is reaching out to so many persons.
We invite you on a journey to witness an extraordinary chapter in the story of the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, a tale of compassion, unity, and the true spirit of Thanksgiving.
time for your Access weather forecast. Lots of showers moving across the southeast Bahamas from the Turks and Caicos Islands. Some of that now spreading into the central and northwestern parts of the country, all associated with an area of low pressure just to the east of the southeast Bahamas, coupled with newly formed tropical storm Raphael, which is moving towards the north and is expected to clip the western coast of Jamaica sometime on Tuesday, and then eventually moving on, intensifying, becoming a Category 2 as it moves across the western tip of Cuba. The good news is it will stay well to the west of the Bahamas. Your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Live Business, where you're always protected during the worst storms. In the northwestern parts of our country tonight through Tuesday, easterly winds 20 to 25 knots. They will be gusting in excess of 35 knots at time. Very, very rough sea conditions, 7 to 12 feet over the ocean. High tide taking place at 9:25 tonight, with a second high tide at 9:51 tomorrow morning. And for the central and southeastern islands, also through Tuesday, east to southeast winds 15 to 25 knots, wave heights 5 to 8 feet, with advisory in place for your boaters. And then on Wednesday, for all areas, we're going to have a southeast flow, 15 to 25 knots, wave heights 5 to 8 feet. High tide on Wednesday, 10:36 in the morning, with a low tide at 5:19 in the afternoon. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
She texts me back. She says she ready.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. Back to you, Marcellus and LaDawn.
All right, thanks, Basil. Well, heavy breeze and some rain still hanging around, LaDawn.
The good thing is, though, Marcellus, it's just 26 more days left to go before the Atlantic hurricane season ends.
Well, let's hope. Well, let's hope the Atlantic remains quiet for the remainder of that season. But for now, let's check out Matea Cunningham and let's talk socials.
Do you smell that? It's the smell of a fresh new week. Happy Monday evening, everyone. I'm Matea, and this is Let's Talk Socials, the segment where I talk to you for 1 minute and 30 about what's got the likes, views, comments, and engagement on social media. Now that I've used 20 seconds of that time, let's dive in. Today, we're tackling a hot topic about a certain social media app that's stirring up some serious debate. Is it going extinct? Any guesses? Cue the Jeopardy music. If you guessed Facebook, you hit the nail on the head. The chatter on socials has shifted to who even uses Facebook anymore. And get this, how wild would it be if I told you Facebook is starting to feel a bit like MySpace, a relic of the past. Just like the early 2000s are the new 80s in our cultural memory. Now, don't get me wrong, if you're still an avid Facebook user, I'm right there with you. But let's hear what others are saying. An article from Le Monde titled, "Is Facebook Outdated? 20 years on, why the social media platform is still the most popular," reveals some spicy opinions. One response called it old-fashioned, a dinosaur, and definitely for the old people. Ouch. But Facebook director Tom Allison fires back, declaring Facebook is in fact alive and thriving, challenging those perceptions head on. So, what do you think? Is Facebook fading into obscurity, or is it just getting started? The final verdict is up to you. I'm Matea, and this has been Let's Talk Socials.
All right, thanks a lot, Matea. Good job as usual. Sad to hear, though, the news about music icon Quincy Jones passing away. I think it was 91 or something like that. May his soul rest in peace. Well, that's a wrap for us tonight. Be sure to tune in for Access Now tomorrow.
Stay tuned for the rundown. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Ready to score big on unbeatable savings? Tune into What's Trending's Deals and Steals with Ace Hardware every Wednesday at 6 p.m. starting in November. Save on items from power tools to paint, lawn care to Christmas decor. They've got the essentials you need to tackle any project at prices that can't be beat. Dive into their special offers up to 50% off select items. Need a new grill for those backyard barbecues? How about a fresh coat of paint to revamp your space? They've got you covered. That's every Wednesday at 6 p.m. starting in November. Don't miss out on Deals and Steals with Ace Hardware.